Good morning. Mayor Ron Woodward here, City of Fulton, and I'm going to try to go through a few things this morning to let you know what we're doing and what's going on in the city. First thing I want to let you know is second house this year that we've rehabbed totally at tax foreclosure, 39 Wickham's, recently sold. The asking price was $127,900, and that's what it sold for. Also, last Tuesday, the 19th, myself, Joe Famaro, our Community Development Director, and a lady named Marie Mankiewicz traveled to the city of Syracuse, and we did an interview and a presentation on our downtown revitalization initiative. That's the $10 million grant. It was a very good presentation. There are 6 of us competing, 6 cities. And right around the time State Fair starts, we'll find out if we're successful. Also, this weekend, I attended the high school graduation, and I'm proud to say we had 128 students that were on the honor roll. And out of that 128, 78 of them were high honor. I think that's something for the district to be proud of, the kids to be proud of. We're proud of all the graduates. I think there were 250 of them. And also, the teachers and the staff should be commended for their dedication to the students. We have a very good school district, and it shined this weekend. On another note, the land bank of Oswego County, we at our last council meeting, we transferred 2 properties, 420 Oneida Street to the Oswego County Land Bank. They will rehab that like we do, which will be good. They'll put that totally back on the tax rolls. It'll be a nice piece of property. And in doing that, they also agreed to take 214 Utica Street. That's a 2-family house that needs demo, and they've agreed to do the demolition on that. So the partnership that we formed with the land bank in the county is a good thing. Not only are we getting properties rehabilitated and back on the rolls through them, we're also, the expense of demolition to the Fulton taxpayers is being handled, so that's a good thing. Also, Oswego County Ambulance, is owned by the Mentor family, Zach Mentor, is going to expand their business in Fulton this year. Zach's picked up a bunch of properties on North 5th Street, which border his property that's on 4th Street. They mean to do a major expansion, and these properties that he picked up in the city, and there's one more he's trying to get, will be demolished. They were tax foreclosed properties that needed to come down, and we sold him 2 of them. We have 1 more we're going to give him, and he's going to acquire a rental unit on 5th in Ontario that we really would like to get rid of, and he'll own that whole block between 4th and 5th. And we're proud to have him in Fulton, and we're proud to see that they're choosing Fulton for their expansion of their business. We moved the July council meeting from July 3rd to July 10th because many of the council members will be out of town. Okay? But on the July 10th meeting, we're going to have a public hearing, and the public hearing is to change the zoning. We want a moratorium on used car lots for up to a year. And that doesn't mean that we're not going to allow used car lots at all, but we want to make sure we don't get saturated, number one. And I'm looking at that 481 corridor especially to try to clean up. We've done the Nestle demolition. Gateway Liquors has taken a vacant, dilapidated property and made a nice business out of it. We're selling the former Phase building on 41 to an outfit, Hospitality Syracuse, is going to put Taco Bell back in there and tear those old buildings down. And we'd like to see some of the vacant properties that are on 41 come in to something besides used cars. Also, the former Yeager's Plumbing on 41 down past Mimi's on the west side of the road, that's supposed set to come down this year, Encompass Credit Union wants to put a building there with a drive-through. So we're, we've got a lot of good things happening on that, and we'd like to keep it that way. The other thing we intend to do, and not just with used car lots, but other businesses that come in, actually issue special use permits. Because if you go down through the city, to make our city look better, you'll see a lot of businesses that look beautiful. They're all trimmed, and there's no weeds, and there's no weeds around the pole. They got nice green space, and they look nice. And then you'll see some where the weeds are sticking out. We shouldn't have that. There should be more pride in your businesses, especially on the gateway to the city, on both sides of the river. Now, we have things we've got to do, but you got to start somewhere. So I'm sure that we'll get comments on this public hearing, on this moratorium, but I think it's the right thing to do. And I'm actually meeting with the Common Council tonight on their vision for the city and how we want to utilize the code department more to clean up some of the neighborhoods. The other thing that I wanted to mention, last week, Father Fuchs, a really well-loved member of our community, passed away. And the father was one of the few remaining World War II veterans. He actually was at the Nuremberg trials. He was a guard for a general. Wonderful man. And he was at every veteran ceremony I ever went to. And he's going to be really missed. Also, we had a long-term DPW retiree pass away. And his name was Todd Gibson. So any of the DPW workers or former workers out there, just so you know, Todd passed away. One thing I think that we've got coming now that is good is the Senior Awareness Program. Brandon Harris come up with this. He's a Fulton police officer. And what it is, it's for seniors. He wants to talk to them about high-pressure sales, door-to-door sales, home renovation scams, telemarketing scams, mail fraud, theft by power of attorney, family abuse. He wants to do this because he made us aware at our last council meeting that he actually knows some seniors, a senior in Fulton, that somebody scammed out of $70,000. Another one out of $30,000. You know, our seniors are from a different time. They're from a time when you could trust people and you could shake somebody's hand and they meant what they said. And life today is a lot different, and but they need to be made aware of it, and they need to know what to look out for. It's like the scam of people calling. A lot of these people that get money out of them aren't even in this country. They do it through the phone. They know how to clone local numbers. So when you see a number come up, I know that guy is my neighbor or he's my councilman. And then when they answer it, they put them on the hook. Another scam they use is they call and say they're the IRS and they're going to go to jail if they don't send so much money. IRS never calls you, ever. They don't make calls. So when people do that, they're just trying to steal your money. But also, they'll have one officer that acts as a liaison with community service program and additional city agencies to address quality of life issues with the following programs, but not limited to: the Alzheimer's Society, Catholic Charities, Salvation Army, Senior Nutrition Program, the Fulton Common Council, Senior Housing Communities, and local senior daycares and programs. So you can call the Fulton PD at 598-2008, area code 315, or 598-4504, and ask to talk to Officer Brandon Harris. I really encourage any of the seniors out there, or any of the children of seniors, to do this, and it will really help you. Getting back to our DRI, there were 6 cities competing in this, and our boundaries for our downtown, we call, are from Oneida Street heading south to the city line on the 481 corridor all the way to the river on the east side, or west side. It doesn't cross the river, but it goes to the river. So that would be South 1st Street and 2nd Street, which is 481. And if we're successful, that's $10 million. And what that does is they would provide up to 20% in income tax credits or grants to any new business that would like to locate there. So the new business would have to come up with 80%, but 20% is substantial. And I'm thinking that that will really help promote the Nestle site. And we also have, the city does property on 481 going north. And of course, we have the Lockwood property, Apostle Lockwood property that burnt this year. And there's some other properties along 41 that I think would help. That's pretty much what I've got for this week. But we're getting busy right now. We're getting ready to start our paving program. We've got many volunteers for the lake program. We have hired a dredge operator. He's a former city operator. Because that dredge is so expensive and so complicated, the one we bought, I just thought that somebody that retires as an operator would have a little better feel to how to run it. And, you know, I'm very concerned about it. I want it to be ran 8 hours a day right up till the snow flies. So, but that's pretty much it for this week. And anybody that wants to question me on any of this stuff, my door's always open, or you can call me. And I'm well aware of a lot of the misinformation out there. So if you really want to know what's going on, come down and see me, or come to a council meeting. And thank you.